I think it's frozen. Hello, we're blink-182. We are here at Spotify in Stockholm, Sweden. It's snowy outside. It's been the worst storm in the past 100 years, and we came here anyway. So if you have any questions, type them into the box provided, and we will answer those questions as best we can. Question number 1 is, which of your albums is your favorite one? Obviously the new one. The newest one is always my favorite. Matt?
Yeah, mine too. It is the first Blink record that I sing and play guitar on, so selfishly it's my favorite too.
The next question we have is, why did it take you so long to come back to Sweden? And there is no answer for that. There's no good reason. We should have been here a long time ago, and I'm glad to come back. And we're playing next summer, so we will be here rocking out. At, what's the venue called? Yeah, that one. What is your favorite Swedish band?
I like the Hives live. What other Swedish bands are there?
Name some Swedish bands for us.
Yeah.
We're not smart. We can't name Swedish bands off the top of our head.
Can you please come to Gothenburg? I've been to Gothenburg.
I've never been to Gothenburg. I want to go to Gothenburg.
There's a castle on a hill with cannons.
Really?
And I sat up there for a long time.
Joseph asks, tell me your favorite Michael Jackson song of all time. Probably Thriller.
Beat It.
Thriller's a great song. And I watched live when they performed, or when they premiered the Thriller video on Showtime. I believe it was on Showtime. Maybe it was on MTV back in the day. But I watched it the first time that it was ever aired.
Kent is a really good band. I really like Kent's first record.
Oh, Millencolin.
And Ghost PC.
Of course, Millencolin. Bjorn asks, who is your favorite bass player? Probably my favorite bass player of all time. Either Carl Alvarez from Descendants or Simon Gallup from The Cure.
I would say Simon and Mark Hoppus.
Another question. How come we haven't been to Sweden in 17 years? Objection. Asked and answered, Your Honor. Send us some more questions. What you got? To my knowledge, you've never been in Sweden as a band before, so what brings you here now? We have. It was just a very long time ago, and now we're coming back this summer and going to have a great time doing it. Coffee. Somebody just said coffee. Saw you guys live in Hamburg years ago and as well in Bournemouth. Going to be awesome seeing you play in Sweden this time. Thank you. Ellen asks, who do you look up to? Matt, go ahead.
Who do I look up to? I don't know.
I look up to my mom.
Yeah, me too. My mom, for sure.
My mom is very kind, very giving, very thoughtful. So I look up to my mom. Marcus asks, can I have a hamburger? No. No.
You get nothing like it.
Animal agriculture is destroying delicate ecosystems around the world.
What's your favorite Swedish food?
My favorite Swedish food is the fine cuisine at one of Sweden's fanciest restaurants, the IKEA cafeteria.
IKEA food.
Next question is, favorite Blink song from Edvin? On this tour and this album, I really love Cynical. It's a fast song. It's fun to sing. It's fun to play. I like the energy. So I will say Cynical.
I'll say the same thing.
You want to ask a question, Matt?
Let's see. Why didn't you guys stay together? Okay. Drake or Tyler, the Creator? For what?
For music. Do you prefer Drake or Tyler, the Creator?
Thought for president. What's your view on the election? Ugh, I don't even want to talk about it. What else we got?
So what do you prefer? Milk and coffee with sugar or black coffee with no sugar? I like almond milk and sugar.
Just almond milk for me.
Mark and Matt, best Alkaline Trio song. I celebrate their entire catalog, but I will say,
Like our Michael Bolton.
I would say Sadie,
I'll,
or I Want to Be a Warhol.
I'll say this. I'll say Sadie.
Where is Travis? Travis is back in Los Angeles. He is doing press via phone. Obviously, Travis does not fly, so when it's a short trip like this, Matt and I come over, and Travis stays home and does the stuff that he can do via telephone. Best gig ever. Best gig ever. I saw The Cure when they were on the Disintegration tour at Dodger Stadium, and I thought that was a really great gig. I really liked that one. What's your favorite show ever?
My favorite show ever, maybe I guess the first show I ever went to, a band called Public Image Limited. That was my very first punk show, real punk show.
Jader asks, what do you think of Sweden right now? And would you live here after the presidential elections in the U.S.? Well, we just got here late last night at about 1 o'clock in the morning and got straight into the hotel and went pretty much straight to bed. So I didn't get to see much last night. And then this morning there was this awful horn honking outside my hotel room, and I opened up the shades to see what it was, and it was this right here. Let me show you.
Phone to phone.
It was these. It was these gorgeous ships out on this gorgeous harbor honking, these ferries outside my hotel room, and I thought, this is a really beautiful city, Stockholm. And even though it's snowy today, you have a very beautiful city with a lot of history, and I would totally live here. I think it's great. Next question. How long are you going to stay in Sweden? 4 days. We're here for 4 days, and in fact we have 1 day off with nothing to do. And please send in suggestions of things for an American tourist to go see and do. Favorite TV shows, Ellen asks. Right now I'm watching one called Endeavour. It's like a British, very dry murder mystery. I liked Stranger Things.
Stranger Things is good. Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders is great.
Breaking Bad was amazing. What else we got?
We got an important question here. David says, how often do you eat frozen yogurt?
Remember.
Probably once every 5-6 months, maybe. Not that often. Favorite song to play live?
Favorite song to play live. We've been playing, San Diego is a really fun song to play.
Oh, it is. That's true. I'll say San Diego also.
Me and Mark both sing on it. It's good. It's a good song we wrote.
Let's see. Favorite song from the new album, California. It changes day to day, but I'm going to say the song California.
Me too.
I feel like that's a good departure from what Blink would normally do. Isaac asks, which, although it's a be who, is your favorite Stranger Things character?
11.
11's cool. I prefer the Demogorgon. I miss Barb, though. Whatever happened to Barb? No one ever answered that question.
If you want to get a nice drink and a bladder infection, I recommend a visit to the Ice Bar.
Okay.
Thank you.
My friend Jonas Onder is asking for a big shout out. Oh, hi. I think we just did, right? Elvis Presley or Johnny Cash? Johnny Cash.
I like them both. Johnny Cash, though.
How do you pronounce my last name? Tiblin. Tiblin. Jonathan Tiblin.
Tiblin, isn't it?
Christopher asks, do you like the band Social Distortion? Yes.
That was my second punk show. Second show I ever saw was Social D. Screaming Trees opened.
Christian, a different Christian, maybe, yes, asks, will you ever write a ska punk song? No. Yeah, no. There are songs of ska punk that I like, but not one that I would write myself. Nicholas asks, any good reads to recommend? Yes, absolutely. I just finished a book called Cured, written by Lowell Tolhurst, who was a founding member of The Cure. Talks about the history of the band, talks about their current status and the problems that they had and their successes as they went up the ranks of the music industry to the greatest heights that bands can achieve, and his fight with alcoholism. Very good book. What you got?
I would say read Devil in the White City. Is one of my favorite books by Eric Larson.
Favorite album of 2016? Hang on. Let me look at my Spotify playlist.
California by blink-182.
Oh, that's a good one. I'll go with that. Let me see. What is my favorite album lately? You know what? Not my favorite album of 2016 necessarily, but I just started listening to the new Bon Iver record, and I really like it. And I've never really listened to Bon Iver previously, and I like it. I went on a walk all around London and ended up listening to it on repeat 3 times in a row. So that one. What was the last song you listened to? Well, on the flight over here last night, I was listening to a band called Turnover. So that's what I was listening to. What'd you listen to?
I was listening to Shellac at Action Park, the At Action Park LP.
How was your tour with A Day to Remember? Seems like you got along pretty well and must have been like the biggest thing they've ever done. It was a lot of fun. It was probably the funnest tour that I've ever been on. All the bands were super fun to tour with. Everyone was in a good mood. The crowds were great. The bands were great. Matt was great. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Made a lot of new friends. Go ahead.
Let's see. If you had to rap one song from your catalog live, what song would it be?
Built This Pool. If you had to rap a song from your catalog live, which one would it be? Mine would be Built This Pool.
That would be mine too.
It's 1 sentence long, so I probably wouldn't ruin it. Can you do a new Pop Disaster tour? Yes. Is there a reason why you haven't played in Sweden? Oh, okay, we answered that one. How excited are you for playing in Stockholm this summer? Very.
Very, very.
10 out of 10. Would Stockholm again. What else you guys have?
What's your favorite song to play live? I already did that.
Okay, while we wait for... Oh, here's another question. If we could pick anyone for president, who would it be?
Michelle Obama.
That's a good choice. I'll go Michelle Obama, too. I think she'd be great. How do you like the snow? You know what was really cool is that we came in after the snow hit. So we weren't here for any of the chaos that took place yesterday while it was snowing. We got to be here when it's all pretty, wake up to a beautiful snowy morning, and now all the snow on the streets has been walked over and driven over, and the dogs have peed in it, and now the snow is gross. Now is the part of the snow where everything sucks. But one of the best things that happened this whole trip is this morning I was waiting outside of the hotel for everyone to get ready for us to come over here, and there was a building across the street whose roof was covered in snow, and giant chunks of the snow kept falling off and almost nailing these people right in the head. It was really fun to watch. I didn't want anybody to get hurt, but it would have been really fun to watch someone just get doused in snow. Do you enjoy your Loca? Oh, is this Loca? I don't know. I haven't had it yet. This will be my first sip ever.
It's delightful. Swedish.
It's great.
Spicy meatball. Favorite Blink music video? I really like She's Out of Her Mind with that Adam Devine and those hot babes.
Yes. What did you have for breakfast this morning? Well, Matt ended up wearing most of his breakfast this morning.
I had a sad sandwich.
Matt had a red pepper hummus sandwich that he tried to eat in the van on the way to the first interview.
It only took him 45 minutes to make it.
And he was eating it, and it was the red pepper hummus was squishing out from the other side of the bread and falling down his jacket. But how did it taste?
It was shit.
Okay.
It's terrible.
Sarah sent you a Snapchat, whoever Sarah is. Okay. I had a cheese omelet with brown toast and coffee. Oscar says, meatballs aren't spicy, you heretic. Can you guys play No Future after the Q&A? Well, we don't have Travis with us. How would we do that?
So no.
Do you like Swedish candy? What's a Swedish candy aside from the Swedish fish?
Swedish fish.
And I don't know that I like Swedish fish.
I love Swedish fish.
Are those gummies?
They're like red kind of gummies, but they don't have like they don't have gelatin in them.
Oh, Jungle Scream? I'm going to try this. There's a grocery store underneath the Spotify offices. I'm going to go there. I'm going to get Jungle Scream, and I'm going to get Swedish fish. And we'll see. How long are we doing this Q&A for?
A-B them.
Till we're going to go downstairs to get some Jungle Screams for you. So you just...
I was going to have somebody go right now. We could eat them live on the air.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that.
Licorice. Alright, now I'm here all alone. Mark doesn't have to smell my burps. Have you ever played with, met the guys from Millencolin? Yes. Beautiful humans, great band. Mark, you know Millencolins.
Yes, they're great.
Okay, someone's asking about them.
Yeah, great guys. We toured with them a long time ago. I wouldn't eat Jungle Scream if I was you. It's super gross. You know what? We have someone going downstairs right now to the grocery store to bring back Jungle Screams, and we're going to try it live on the air here at Spotify
rotten
Studios.
Herring, dude.
What?
Do you like Swedish fish, like the rotten herring?
I don't eat fish.
Oh, that's real fish.
And last night on the airplane, the dinner that they were giving out to everybody was this weird fish thing. And I didn't have it, but it made the plane smell really awful for the entire flight.
Chicken of the sea sacrifice.
Could you ever do a show where you play mostly old songs like the 90s old? Yeah, totally. That sounds like a fun idea. I'd do that.
I would totally do that.
In a heartbeat, I would do that so much.
Fermented herring.
Thank you, Matt, for becoming a part of Blink-182. Such a perfect match. He is.
Thank you. That's very nice. Valerie Kasperson. It's a nice name, Valerie. Thank you. Mark! Thank you for being...
Ebba Larson says, Mark, thank you for being so lovely outside when I asked for a picture. Wow, this is technology at work. I was just downstairs walking up here, and this lady stopped and asked for a picture. And now I'm inside, and she's on Facebook Live. Everything's too connected, Matt.
That guy likes my scarf. Or a girl, I couldn't read the name. I think I need glasses, too. Sexiest dude, you know, Mark Hoppus.
Are you going to do any more shows in Sweden, or just this one? I don't know yet. What's happening right now is that we've booked various festivals all around Europe, and now that those shows have been announced, then we're going to start filling in dates around. So more shows in Sweden than just the festival, but we have yet to find out. Freddie says, no beard month. You know, this month is November, so to raise awareness for testicular cancer, they do a thing called Movember, where you grow a mustache, and people sponsor that mustache. There we go. Getting back on track. No, I'm not doing Movember, because when I try and go facial hair, even though I'm a grown man, it looks terrible. Oh, look at what we got here. And so, no, I'm not. I can't grow a beard. It just looks awful. All right, people.
Monkey shit.
Here they are. Let's try these.
Is it licorice? Oh.
It smells like vanilla. It smells like straight up vanilla.
Is there any horse teeth?
Oh my god, this is fucking terrible! Oh. Jesus.
Nope.
Is it candy? Oh my god.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
It's monkey shits.
This is really terrible.
I'm not even gonna try it. I don't care.
Oh, jeez.
Somebody made a funny on you, huh? See, look. They're laughing.
Mmm.
Oh, God. This is actually we don't read Swedish so well. This is actually stuff you put in the toilet. These are urinal cakes. Will you tour with Green Day again?
Will we tour with Green Day again? I would totally tour with Green Day again. They were great. Oh, this is really awful. Hang on. I'm not happy with you, Sweden. This is exactly why we didn't come here for 16 years.
Yeah, it's because of the fucking urinal cakes.
What's it called? Jungle candy?
Jungle
Screams.
Jungle Brawler.
Oh, I'm gonna try another one.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm gonna do another one.
Damn.
I want to understand.
Hardest Blink song to play live. Oh man, for me it's a toss-up between Dysentery Gary and, although one of my favorite songs to play live, I'm just gonna say Dysentery Gary. It's hard for me to make that song sound good at the very beginning. Worst tour memory. I fell asleep on the banks of the Mississippi one time and got sunburned so badly that I had blisters and bleeding all over my face. That was terrible. Mark loves the pain.
I do love the pain. So there's something awful. Whatever the first taste that you get when you put these in your mouth is terrible. But then what's underneath is okay. I'll say that. Which Blink song would Tim Armstrong nail with a cover? I think anything. He's such a rad musician that he could probably take any song in the world and turn into something really cool. You should try Surströmming.
Surströmming.
That's the fermented herring thing.
Oh, no fermented herring. Thank you, though. Will everyone get a chance to meet you at tomorrow's gig? Yeah, totally.
Salt.
Yes, exactly, Hans. It's the salt. The salt is the problem with the candy.
Stickers on his guitar.
Worst concert you've ever did? I don't know. Maybe our first one ever. The first concert that we ever played was in a small bar. There was literally 2 other people in the bar who were not there to see us. They were just bar people. What do you call people at a bar?
Barflies.
And we set up and we started playing. And after the first song, the owner of the establishment said, "Do you guys mind turning down?" And we played another song. And he said, "Do you guys mind turning down?" And after the third song, he was like, "All right, that's cool. I think you guys should stop. And here's a couple of Snapples for you guys. You earned it." That was our first show.
Let Skiba borrow your glasses, then give Mark good advice with a deep father voice.
Okay.
Never trust a preacher with a boner.
You're not my real dad.
Damn, those are more than reading glasses. Coke bottles.
How many songs are you playing tomorrow? We are slated to play 3 or 4 songs, but I will tell you this, we're going to play a lot more than that. How can I get tickets for the show tomorrow? How can people get tickets for the show tomorrow?
No,
Hi, Frida.
I think you can only win them. Or
You can only win them,
I think so.
is what I'm being told. Now you have a Snapchat from Hafzaya Boss. Okay. Sorry, we're waiting for questions. Can you play D-beat? What's D-beat? You guys know what D-beat is? I don't understand that question. I'm sorry.
Do you like teenage girls? I got a cheap sis. Jesus Christ.
No, thank you.
No.
Memories from previous trips to Sweden? I don't remember. It was so long ago that I don't remember. When is the tickets out for the gig in Sweden this summer? That is a great question. Do we know when the tickets go on sale?
Oh, I don't have the link.
Okay, we'll find out for you.
Where's Travis right now? Travis is in LA. He probably at the boxing. Actually, no, he's not boxing. He's got a broken foot.
Yeah.
So for the concert this summer, it's at Gröna Lund. So anyone visiting Gröna Lund, it's tickets. It's not like you have to buy specific
Cloud
tickets.
Illusion.
Oh, okay, yes, that's right. That's right. It's a Gronalund, and you don't have to buy a specific concert ticket. It's just a regular ticket. Least favorite Blink-182 song? I don't have one. They're all so good. Every single song, hit after hit after hit, after life-changing song, every single one of them. What are your views on spirituality?
Oh man.
Here it comes. Let them have it.
Let him have it.
Yeah.
God invented spirituality, and then the devil came along and organized it. How's that?
My belief system is that there is some higher power out there somewhere, but I'm not. I don't know what it is, and I couldn't quantify it.
Yeah, I'm the same.
There's something out there, though. Which music video was most enjoyable for you to take part in? Probably the new video for She's Out of Her Mind, because I didn't have to do a damn thing. It was done while we were on tour, and other people ran around nude, and Adam Devine came in and did the part of the nurse, and we just kind of showed up at the end. It was our idea. Actually, it was Travis's idea to have other people than us be in the video, and it kind of morphed into this whole thing where we paid homage to our original What's Magic video. Will you guys play I Miss You? Is that a question, are we playing I Miss You tomorrow? Or is that a question of...
I bet we'll play it both tomorrow and in the summertime.
I'll play it tomorrow. And this summer also.
Summertime. Yeah.
Which of you is the worst driver? I don't know. I've never been in a car where you're driving. How are you?
I'm a good driver. And Mark's probably a safer driver, I would assume.
Well, you drive a motorcycle, so inherently you're a bigger risk taker than I am.
But I also don't. I purposely bought like a grocery getter so that I wouldn't drive like an a-hole. So, and so that I can get cracked into and I don't get upset. But
Mark, will you ever dye your hair purple again? I don't think so. I think those days are gone for me.
Trevor from Face to Face one time dyed his hair purple, and during the show it dripped on his face and dyed him his whole face purple.
Oh, yep, then no.
Yeah, that's a bad. Don't do it.
Where are we playing in Sweden? The Grona Lund. What is your take on people selling records online for inflated prices? Do people do that?
Maybe if they're signed or something. Matt, do you really enjoy S&M as much as Fat Mike says in the NoFX book? Mike likes to exaggerate a lot of things, especially when he's telling stories about me. So, no, not as much as Fat Mike says.
Frederick says, how can you call yourself a punk band? Watch this. We're a punk band. I don't really place too much stock on calling ourselves a punk band or a rock band or any other thing. We play punk rock music. We play music inspired by punk rock. We play music that has nothing to do with punk rock, and it's still Blink-182. So we're just Blink-182.
Who are you? Who are you? I'm still trying to figure it out.
Eric Johnson asks, what does Americans think about Swedes? What is a stereotype Swede?
I have legitimate Swedish friends, and they're very, very handsome. They hang out with really, really good-looking Swedish girls.
Yeah, I would say that probably as Americans, the biggest stereotype that we have of Swedes is that they are generally great-looking and blonde-haired. What's your worst habit?
What's your worst habit?
Heroin. Terrible habit. Don't do it.
Now you're gonna have people thinking you do heroin.
I don't do heroin.
Mark does not do heroin.
I've never even seen heroin, thank God.
I've
My worst habit would be... what what's my worst habit? Probably I'm just a messy person.
Let's see.
Question, did you find your Asian friend? That's being asked because sometimes when I sing What's My Age Again, I'll say, where's my Asian friend? And I'm very fortunate that I have found many of my Asian friends. So yes. So since Bob Dylan won the Nobel Prize, are you guys expecting to win it next year?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
It's high time. I mean, it's long past due that Blink gets a Nobel Prize.
Let's see.
Mark, do you still have your nipple piercing? No. I can't believe I ever did that. It was the most painful thing I've ever had in my whole life. And, yeah, no. Bad idea. But back in the mid to late 90s, piercing was very popular. Very popular. And everybody got their nose pierced and their face pierced and their lips pierced and all kinds of stuff. And now it's not so much a popular thing anymore. Now, tattoos are very popular. What the hell? We'll see how many people love their tattoos 30 years from now.
It was in Steve Aoki, your Asian friend.
Steve, yeah. Totally.
I have several Asian friends, all right?
Do you have tattoos, Mark? Yes, I do. But only two. I have this one here. That's my son's name, Jack.
Jacques.
And this one here, it's my wife's name, Sky. And they were done by a very great tattoo artist named Mr. Cartoon in the studio while we were recording the Untitled album, actually set up on my bass equipment.
I didn't know that. That's cool. He's like famous and stuff. Matt, what's your favorite tattoo? I like Mark's tattoos. Those are my favorites.
By the way, I'm just now getting that candy out of my teeth. It's been stuck in my molars for about the past hour and a half or however long it's been. All right, we have time for one more question. Where does the band name blink-182 come from? Listen close. Where are you? Where's my camera? Where's my light? Listen close. This is the true story of Blink-182. So originally we were just called Blink, and we recorded the Cheshire Cat album and had released that. And then we were notified, our attorney was notified, our label was notified, that there was already a band from Ireland called Blink who had prior usage of the name, and they insisted that we change ours because they had the rights to it. So we said, okay, cool, we'll get back to you. And we hung up the phone and waited about 2 weeks, and then the label called back and they were like, all right, well, what's the new band name? And we said, not sure, let us get back to you. And another week or so went by, pardon me, and they called again, and they called again, and they called again, and finally got to the point where, and we were considering names like Blink Jr., or Blink US, or
Dr. Blink.
Dr. Blink.
Dr. Blink Esquire.
And finally the label called and they said, if you don't decide on this phone call the name of the band, we're going to choose a name for you. And so I said, all right, how about Blink-182? And they said, fine. They hung up the phone, and the rest is history.
Did you see it 182 somewhere?
Nope.
Or you just said it?
I just said it.
Crazed.
But we've made up all kinds of stories. We've said that it was my ideal weight. We said that it was the number of the boat that my grandfather was on in World War II, and my grandfather was not on a boat in World War II, except he was when he came home from the war on the Queen Mary, and when he...
Did he go out on the beach in Normandy?
Yes, he did. He was there on D-Day on Omaha Beach, so, I mean, he was on boats, but he didn't, like, have a boat. We've said that it has been said that it's the number of times that Al Pacino said the F word in Scarface, but that's also not true. Somebody counted, and there were actually way more.
Yes, the F word is friend. Say hello to my little friend.
Yes, friend. He said it one time. So we've made up a bunch of different stories, and I like that people make up stories, and that's the answer to your question. Thank you very much for having us here, Facebook Live. Coming to you from Spotify Studios, and we will be there tomorrow to play the live concert. We hope to see you all there, and we will see you this summer at Gröna Lund in Sweden, and hopefully a lot more shows as well.
Thank you.